to the She Rules Rogue podcast, where it's no gi,
no rules,
and
no
apologies. I am Chelsea Camber.
I'm Tori Sterner.
And you might notice, but we are missing Natalie today. But she's away on business. If you guys are following our social media, you'll notice that every day of the week we've been posting and kind of like a little bit of a theme. Mm-hmm. And Tuesday's theme is a tap-in Tuesday. So we're trying to get some like little mini clips. Tori bought some like really cute little mini microphones that
are pink.
They are pink. And Natalie sent me a video of someone holding it this weekend, and it looks like a dick.
Yeah, they look a little
questionable.
A little toyish.
They're fun though.
It's fine.
But so we are adding that into our social media, and Natalie is at a competition this weekend gathering some content for us. So we will be on our own today. And to start, I have been up since 3 o'clock this morning because I flew back from Colorado. And Tori,
I have not. She's just been cleaning all day.
She's a mom of 3.
Yeah, there we go.
So, I'm not going to be able to get it. Oh gosh, there you fail. No.
There you go. Some ASMR.
Cheers. We have our handy dandy Alani today.
Can't do an episode without an Alani. Can't do an episode without an Alani.
Just like we're on stage singing. What if I hold the microphone like this? That's weird. Okay, I'm not gonna do that. This is a shit show already.
That's great. Okay.
Did we say this is episode number 5?
Nope.
Okay. Well, this is episode number 5.
Number 5.
That's actually kind of crazy.
I know. It's gone so fast already.
I know. I was thinking about it today. And I was like, we originally started at, we were going to do 1 a month. And now, so 12 a year.
Mm-hmm.
If we were going to do that, we're at basically halfway.
Yeah.
But
it's fun.
We decided to do more.
Yeah.
So
it wasn't enough for us.
Hopefully you guys don't mind listening to us yap. But anyways, back to our episode topic at hand. We're going to talk about anything and everything competition related today. So I competed past because health things. We'll go into that later on as the date gets set. But I competed a lot, and you have started to compete, and Tori is in the process of getting ready for a competition. Maybe 2.
2. Should be 2. It will be 2.
It's gonna be 2.
It's a mental game that I'm playing with myself.
So, first one would be Naga in Chicago. So, Tori is going to plan on doing Naga in Chicago in May. And then we can do a little bit of a plug for Madison.
Yeah.
Sweet. Do you want to do it? I'm talking a lot.
I know. Well, I think we kind of talked about it.
Did
we? There was thoughts. Or, we didn't drop it yet. But, yeah, so we are doing a sub-only women's comp here at our gym.
May 30th.
Potentially with a men's super fight, maybe.
I
don't know.
Yes, we're going to fill some time with a men's super fight, kind of like how we did with the Dark Carnival.
Yeah, so not like women's only, but pretty much.
Basically, the women are running
We're the star of the show that day.
Because women's jiu-jitsu is better.
Way better.
Sorry, guys.
So the last one we did, it was super fun. Turned out so good, and it was so entertaining, but it is sub-only, so there's pretty much no rules. I feel like.
Just
no judging, no points, no anything like that.
Yeah, basically no slamming, no fish hooking, no eye gouging, none of like the dick shit.
Yeah.
But everything else is legal. And the cool part about it, because everyone says sub-only tournament.
Yeah.
But then they always
not.
They always have judges.
Right.
Anyways.
Or there's like internal points that they're doing.
Right.
That they end up using at the end, which defeats the purpose.
Yeah. So ours is true sub-only. So in the first round, it's a 10-minute... Well, so also 3 different spaces.
Yeah.
So starts on the mat. If you win your match on the mat, it goes into the cage. You win your match in the cage, you go into the pit.
Yes.
And so first round is 10 minutes, and if there's no submission, both competitors are eliminated.
Which is the crazy part.
I know.
I love it. It's
Like,
I don't know. It's better than your typical tournament style, I feel like, because it just really puts that pressure on. And I feel like a lot of people just like want to put on a good show so that it's even more entertaining. And then sucks to suck.
Yeah.
You don't get a sub.
Right. So yeah, out if you don't get a submission. If you win, you go on to the next round. And the next rounds, if there's no submission, it goes to a coin flip.
Mm-hmm.
And the winner of the coin flip wins.
That's it.
They do. They win.
You don't have to do anything else.
No judges. There's a coin. They get to pick the starting position. And it's either back control, 50-50,
Crucifix?
or crucifix.
That's the one where I'm like, I don't even want to make it to that point.
No. Don't make it to that
No.
one.
No.
Because, so, start in a shitty spot, and then there's 0 time limit. Like, there has to be a submission. So and those are, I believe, 15-minute matches.
Mm-hmm.
So only the first round is 10-minute matches. The men's brackets did not, only one went the distance in the first round. So none of them went to, like, 15 minutes or whatever it was. But,
and that one was a double elimination. Right? The same one? That
single.
went like, both guys got eliminated because there was no
in the
sub
first round. Yeah.
On the same, the same one that went the full time.
Yes.
Both of them.
Okay.
Got eliminated.
I'm picking up what you're putting down now. But yeah, so it was super fun, and now
we have a women's version,
and it's called. We said what it's called, right?
I don't know. Malice in Wonderland.
Yeah, Malice in Wonderland, because we always have to have a theme.
And so it's kind of piggybacking off the Dark Carnival, but like make it girly.
But like a creepy girly.
Badass girly.
But badass is better.
A little creepy, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's what weight class is. There's only 2 weight classes.
Yep.
And it is above 150 or below 150.
And it's open skill.
And it's so you could be going against me. Could be going against someone very high level, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
And it's cool. It's a cool time to just test what you know and show out.
The first round we will match. So the first round will be matched, and we'll try to like make them pretty even, which is why that only match that went the distance.
Mm-hmm.
It was a super evenly matched.
Yeah.
Match. I'm saying match a lot. You know.
I can't think of another one.
If Ken listens to this and I call it a fight, he'll be pissed.
Yeah.
He's not gonna listen anyways.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we'll match the first round, and then after that, the winners of the first round their names will go into a bucket, and it's just like we walk around the room and we're like, pull names, and then we put it up on the board, and that's how it goes. And the best part about it, which I can say this because they put it out publicly, but I knew beforehand, $500 to the winner of each bracket. So not just like only $500. There's $1,000 up for grabs. And I believe we have room on the rash guard for one more sponsor.
Mm-hmm.
So if anyone is out there that would like to sponsor Malice in Wonderland, please reach out to us and we can put you in contact.
Sick rash guards too.
Yes.
Really sick.
And if there's any ladies out there that want to fight Tori, because she pissed you off on this podcast.
Yeah.
Did you just have a seizure?
A little bit. Come whoop my butt is what I was gonna say.
Yikes.
My brain didn't want me to say it.
That is funny. Yeah, I believe it's April 5th. If you sign up by April 5th, you get a free competitor rash guard, and it has the Malice in Wonderland logo on the front, and then it'll have your last name across your shoulder blades, and then the sponsors of the rash guard. So, if there's anyone interested in competing, the sign up is $50. Mm-hmm. And like we said, it's open skill, and then above 150, under 150, and there's a lot of high level, like talented competitors in there already.
Yeah, there's some badass girls in there.
It's gonna be a sick card.
It's gonna be very entertaining. That's also, for sure.
There is spectating.
Yes.
So, May 30th, 5 p.m. Put it on your calendars. It's not something you want to miss.
Watch. It is so worth it.
It's going to be so fun.
It's going to be even better than the guys.
It's going to be so much better than the guys. Sorry, guys.
Not
No
really.
apologies.
No apologies. No.
But
can we talk about for a second, though, the pay? That it is a women's
yes. I would love
card, essentially. And they're going to get paid the same.
Yeah, so
because that's important.
Yeah, the men got paid $500. And then there was also, which I believe we're gonna do, but I'm not gonna broadcast it. But there's other stuff on top of that, for a couple different awards that you could win. But the men got paid $500, and the women are also getting paid $500, which is great because a lot of people say they pay the women, but they still pay the women less.
Way less.
So women jiu-jitsu athletes deserve equal pay. It's like we're back in the frickin'
equal pay. Not that hard.
Promoters out there, equal pay for the women. We're annoying.
It's fine.
But so yeah, it's super cool. It's gonna be basically a women's only event minus the men's super fight. Which is what it'll be like reverse of what we did at Dark Carnival. So we had one ladies super fight, which those ladies took that on less than 24 hours notice.
They were killer. It was so good and so cool of them to take it so last minute.
I know. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Ken and Natalie texted me and they're like, "Can you see if anyone would be interested in a super fight tomorrow?" And I was like, "Sure."
Mm-hmm.
And that was I think at 3 p.m. on Friday, and weigh-ins were at 4 p.m. on Saturday.
Yeah.
So they took it on like 24-hour notice, which good for them. Like that's badass.
Heck yeah.
But
I couldn't have that. So I didn't.
I know. I think I texted you. I'm like, "You want to do it?"
Are you sure? I'm like, no.
No thanks.
I'm good.
No thanks. But yeah. So Tori, I believe, is gonna do that on May 30th. But we've got Naga first.
Yep.
So, we're going to talk a little bit about everything competing-wise. But since you're getting ready to compete, what does your life look like right now? Be honest.
Hell.
She is unhappy.
Why
are you unhappy?
Okay. I will say, I don't have to do a weight cut. I could just sign up, which I still need to do, but I could just sign up in the weight class that I'm in, but which just kind of goes into just a lot of women's competitions is it's really hard in certain weight classes to get other women to compete in those. So a lot of times you'll sign up and nobody else will be in that bracket. So you'll either have to cut weight to go down or you have to jump up a weight bracket. And I'm kind of at a weird, like, median range that I sit at right now. I don't want to say naturally sit because I definitely don't put in, like, strict effort as far as nutrition.
That sourdough.
Yeah, all the baking. Just, I tell myself it doesn't have calories. But, so I could just sign up at the weight I'm at, but I told myself after I did ADCC last year that I wanted to attempt to cut to get down to that next lower weight bracket. So that's what I'm doing.
What did you compete at ADCC?
I competed at I don't know the kgs. I can't do math. I weighed in at 153.
Okay.
152 point something.
So you probably cut down to like 145.
So my goal is to get down to 150, like 149 ideally.
Gotcha.
So last year I cut 13 pounds. Gained all that back over the last year.
I feel that. I did too.
It is what it is. And then I only had 6 weeks to do that last year though. So I cut the 13 in 6 weeks. And then this year I will have had, now that a few weeks have passed, I think it was like 9.5 weeks for Naga. So it's going. Not as fast as I would like, but it's steady.
Well, the weather is shitty right now too.
Yeah.
Because before we had the like good weather, so it was easier to like go outside and like go walk.
That's true. I was walking in my sweatsuit 24/7 in July outside sweating. It was awful.
And you made a makeshift sauna in your basement.
We did make it.
Can you tell us
Don't
about
tell my
that?
landlord. We. So my husband.
There's no way
Okay.
your landlord's listening, right?
No.
Okay, good.
No. My husband, I should say, made a makeshift sauna in our basement. I desperately needed to know how much water weight I could cut because I'd never cut before. And so he bought a greenhouse, like a mini greenhouse. And then, this is so not safe, but it's fine. We put one of those like old school like radiator type space heaters in it, and then we put a warm mist humidifier in it, and cranked both of those things on. And then
no
we
one
had
record us.
temperature. Yeah, don't tell anybody. We had a temperature thermometer thing in there, and I think it got up to like 110. Was like the hottest, so it wasn't like super hot, but it was hot enough that I was cutting in there.
They won't be doing that anymore. The gym has a sauna now.
We've upgraded.
Yeah, so we're just going to use the sauna.
We're just going to use the real one. It's been taken down. It's fine. Perfect. But it worked. It worked. I was able to drop like 4 pounds, I think, the one or two times I did it the night before.
The only time that I have done a water cut, usually okay, first of all, we will go into this, and I want to do a deeper dive on this in another episode.
Mm-hmm.
But weight cuts for women are so much different than weight cuts for men, and you have to do them safely because we have this thing called hormones.
Yeah, it's awful.
Don't recommend. But the only time I did it was I cut to 115, and I was supposed to be in the 125 bracket, but there was someone in that bracket that I very much did not want to go against because I did the thing where I stalked their social media and I saw she was like Olympic powerlifting double my weight. Yeah. And I was like, fuck that.
Yeah.
I will cut
that was
the
my
weight.
biggest mistake, I think.
Yeah.
With my last one.
Yeah, I was like, fuck that. But I went, I was like right on weight the night before. And I swear I only took like 2 sips of water. And woke up in the morning and I was over. And I was like, damn it, we have to go to the Y. So I went to the Y and I sat in the sauna at the Y with fuzzy socks on, fleece-lined leggings, fleece long sleeve, a sweatshirt, and a winter hat with my hood up. And I sat in the sauna and it was awful. I got down to 113, very unhealthy.
Yeah, yep.
And I went to shower because now I'm like, well, I'm heading down to this comp and I'm drenched in sweat. Like, that's already gross.
Yeah.
So I showered and I literally opened my mouth in the shower. I'm like, I just want a little bit.
Just rinse and spit.
Literally what I did. And then I was trying to get dressed and was like falling over. Yeah. It was awful. So don't do that.
Don't recommend. That was like July last year. We flew to Miami, Chelsea and I was right on weight the night before I woke up. I was right on weight. Like, I could not gain more than 0.2 maybe. And so we were going through the airport, we were flying, we had layover flights. I mean, it was a full day, and then a whole rental car fiasco.
Oh my God.
We were ready to kill someone by the end of the night because we had not eaten. I couldn't drink anything. I could not even sip my water. I think on our layover, I took a chug of my water and just sloshed it around my mouth and spit it out in the sink because I was like, I just need something.
We had the scale with us. Yeah. So when we landed in Fort Lauderdale, which, mind you, that whole flight situation was a shit show, which we'll talk about. Yeah. But when we landed in Fort Lauderdale, we immediately went to the bathroom, pulled out the scale, weighed ourselves, and we're like, perfect. Now we
stripped down, like, to our spandex and our sports bras, out of our, like, sweats and stuff, and everybody was looking at us like, what the fuck are you guys doing?
And we're like, now we just have to make it to weigh-ins.
Yeah.
And then
which was another, like, 3 hours. No, it was way close. It was supposed to be.
It was supposed to be an hour and a half. But turns out there are 2 buildings with the same name in Miami. And we went to the wrong one. But we saw a giant lizard.
We did. It was scary.
It was like a deer crossing the street. We live in Wisconsin.
We have deer.
Not giant lizards.
Florida, they have like lizard crossing signs.
Yeah, it was huge. Like, I was like, what the fuck is that? And then Tori's like, I think it's a lizard. I'm like, no way, that's a lizard. It's huge. We pulled up next to it. It was a lizard. It was
so
crazy.
Gross. I can't do lizards. But anyways, we finally get to weigh-ins, and I was shaking in my boots. I was so nervous because, oh my god, do you remember stopping at the gas station though, and it was free slushy day at 7-Eleven, and the lady was like, "Here, take your cups," and we were like, "We can't have that." I was like, oh, there's nothing more than I could down one of those like 84-ounce freaking slushies.
We were literally like, can we please come back and get it out?
Seriously, it was like a shot in the heart. I was just like, yeah, kick me while I'm down, lady.
She didn't even understand why we couldn't have it. And we're like, we can't have that. And she just kind of
kept trying to hand us the cup, and we're like, we can't.
Please stop.
We can't take it.
I'm gonna give in to the temptation.
Seriously.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
so we made it. I weighed in, I made it, and I about cried. I was so happy.
That was such a fun trip, though.
It was really fun. It was worth it. Way worth it. But I also made the mistake of looking at my competitor because I only had one girl in my bracket, so it was just the two of us. And I looked her up on Instagram, and she was just a brick house. Yeah. Like, she was a beast. And she was just eating, based on her stories, all this good food in Miami. I mean, it could have been other people's plates, but I'm like, how are you eating all this right now?
Yeah.
Like,
well, and with how
jealous.
she was built, too. I don't know how, like, if she was actually eating like that beforehand, like, before weigh-ins, I don't know how you guys weighed the same.
I don't either. She had, like, 1% body fat, I think.
Yeah, it was crazy.
She was insane. She's a beast, though. She whooped my butt. Fair and square. But, yeah, so that was not a fun weight cut.
Yeah.
Because it was, like, pushing it. I mean, 13 pounds. It's doable. I didn't do it, like, unhealthily up until the last, like, 4 days, probably,
a lot of
is
it
when
was
I
dieting.
started to panic.
Yeah. A lot of it was dieting, I think.
Oh, yeah. 100%, which is all of my weight problems. Because I love sweet.
Oh, my goodness. There's ways to do, like, a safe weight cut. And you did it pretty safely. It was just those last couple of days. And then on top of it, when you fly, you swell and retain water.
Yeah. So
there was also that aspect of it where it's like, well, we want to weigh this, like getting onto the plane to make sure that when we get off the plane, we're going to be right on weight, and all of that. But someone who I suggest following for weight cuts is Maggie Grandati, or Maggie Lira. Mm-hmm. She has her own app called Champion Fit. Her and her husband owned a gym in Miami. She actually coached me at Miami Open, ABC Open. I'm gonna live on that forever.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
But she did a huge weight cut. But she helps her husband weight cut, and the way she does it, I think, is pretty safe. Yeah. And she's very, like, I don't know what word I'm looking for, but she pays attention to, like, the hormones, and she understands all of that. So she would be a good one to, like, look into for weight cut help. And then, actually, I'm going to shout out my friend Madison Porcelli, I think is how you say her last name. But she was in my advanced bracket at Miami, and she does personal training as well and can help with weight cuts. So, but she's based in Miami, and she's a super sweet brown belt. So I don't think she's listening, but Madison, if you're listening, shout out to you. I wish we could have scrapped. We will scrap someday soon. Yeah. Hopefully. But
I think a hard part with weight cuts, too, is, like, at least for me, I don't know how much I'm burning, like, when I'm rolling. I want to get something. Like, I know there's multiple different products out there these days, but for when I have to be in a strict calorie deficit and I don't know what I'm burning, that makes it so hard for me to really know exactly what I should be eating and how much I should be eating. So I think that's the hardest part for me in these weight cuts is figuring that out. Right. Other than that, the eating strict, it's not like the end of the world. It's mainly just my husband and my kids.
Who can eat anything and not
eat. I have 3 boys and then my husband. So I'm the queen of the house. And literally all they eat is they can just eat whatever and it doesn't affect them. And I literally had a conversation with my husband the other day, and I was like, it's just so frustrating how you can just eat whatever you want and you don't gain anything. And like, I mean, even if we train the same amount of times throughout the week and I am eating strict and you will just eat whatever you want and you'll lose weight.
Yeah.
And I'll like gain a pound from cutting. And I'm like, it's so annoying.
That's how it is with my boyfriend too.
Yeah.
He came home from a weekend with one of his childhood buddies, and he jumped on the scale, and he's just like, oh, and laughing. And I'm like, what? He's like, you're gonna be pissed. And I'm like, what? He goes, I was 179 and a half. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding? He lost half a pound, eating like shit, having more beers than he usually does. Like, he doesn't really drink that much anymore.
But still.
And I'm like, you literally just treated your body like shit this weekend, and you still lost half a pound, where I looked at a piece of cheese and gained half a pound.
Yeah.
Like,
it's
bullshit.
Like, I had a birthday party yesterday, and I was like, okay, I am going to have to eat at it, and it's probably not going to be, like, great food. It was tacos, thank God, so I was like, okay, I can do, like, meat. I don't have to have the shell or whatever. But still, I'm like, okay, curating everything I'm eating throughout the day so that I know I can have a little bit extra calorie adjustment for while I'm at this birthday party. Well, he's just out there eating whatever, doesn't affect him, doesn't retain, like, anything. And I'm like, it's just so unfair. I had a whole meltdown to him the other day. So I was like, it's just so frustrating. I'm doing everything I can and it's not moving. And like on a normal day to day, I don't care what the scale says. Right. It's all about how you feel and how your body's moving and whatever. But in jiu-jitsu, I very much care what the scale says. So.
Well, and especially because you want to be top of your bracket. You don't want to be the lightest person in the bracket.
Yeah.
So.
And the thing is, it's like, okay, if I don't make the weight I want to, then I'm going to be the lightest in my bracket.
Right. And you've been doing this for weeks.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like, I have to get down to that weight.
Yes.
But also, it's a goal I set for myself literally last year. I told myself the next competition I want to do is I'm going to get to that weight. So I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
And I would like to keep it off this time. That'd be nice. But
that's
how my weight cut's going so far.
Perfect. We can get the weight off together and then keep it off together because I'm going to be struggling probably after what's going to happen. So, but thank gosh the weather's turning, so I'm going to go on lots of walks.
Well, we should be able to be outside. Yeah, that'll help.
There was a good segway. I'm just going to say that every time now. It's going to be a thing on this podcast. There was a good segway earlier. And I kind of missed it because we got down the rabbit hole a little bit. But you said about not knowing how much you're burning when you're training.
Yeah.
So I know what I do when I'm going into comp. And I know everyone does things differently. I know when Helena was here, she said what she does, which I would love to be that athlete when I can start competing again. But do you amp up your training? Or do you try to keep your training pretty consistent throughout, like, eternity, I guess?
I guess, well, I really only have my one experience so far.
Right. So what's your plan this time?
And last time I did. I amped up. I started training a lot more. I was doing, like, double the amount of classes. I was doing, and I don't want to say I was, like, trying to learn a bunch of new stuff, but was definitely working a lot more stuff than I do, like, on the regular. But I also had only been training for 6 months at that point, so I didn't.
You've only been training 6 months and you went to ADCC.
I
never put 2 and 2 together.
I never put 2 and 2 together until recently, and I was like, wait a second,
shit.
That was only like 6 months.
Fuck yeah.
So yeah. So I didn't really know any different. It was just kind of like what happened.
Can I time you out for a second? Yeah. Remember how we said there's a bunch of badass ladies that are going to be competing?
Yeah.
That's badass. No. So you have to compete.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Time in.
But yeah, so I didn't really know any different. This time, after, and now it's been a little bit over a year, I feel like I just want to kind of stay consistent with what I know right now and just kind of work my go-to things, and kind of just play the game I typically play, and then kind of just troubleshoot in the midst of rolls.
Yeah.
Like, at the tournaments. Yeah. Because I don't want to look up my competitors this time. That is something I know we talked about when Rachel was on. That I think she said she doesn't anymore.
She flip-flops, I think. Yeah. I think she flip-flops.
I know everybody has a preference. I did with my last one. I think that psyched me out too much. Yeah. And I think it'll just help me to be more confident in myself to not know who I'm going against, because that's like my biggest issue.
Yeah, for sure.
Is the self-confidence. I doubt myself a lot at the skills I do have, which Will yells at me all the time.
All the time, and I'm like, would you quit?
Yeah, he yells at me all the time. I'll like come home from class and I'll start like, venting about something, and he's like, I don't think you realize like where you're at. And I'm like, yeah. In my head, I still think I started like a month ago.
Yeah. I mean,
so I don't know.
That's gonna be another podcast episode.
I definitely compare myself a lot to people who are higher rank and just more skilled, and that gets in my head a lot. So that's something I'm trying to work on with this comp prep, is to not focus on other people's skills and just focus on the skills that I have that I've worked hard for. So that's kind of the main changes I'm doing this time.
That's a good goal to have, because competing's hard, and there's not a lot of people that do it.
Yeah.
So, like, just stepping out there is a huge win, which is, like, I like to have that conversation with people that are looking to compete, because I used to think that if I competed and I lost, like, it was the end of the world.
Yeah.
And, like, I mean, it took me probably up until probably like a year ago to finally be like, it's okay to lose. Like, I'm going out there and I'm testing myself in a real, actual live role with people that are my same size and my same skill.
Yeah.
Unless I jump out, right? Or I do the absolute, like, there's a size difference or a skill difference too. But, like, that's an opportunity for me to, like, see where I'm at. And yeah, it would be nice to, like, win.
Right.
But at the end of the day, the win is, like, stepping out on the mat. So I just had a conversation with Ray, actually, this weekend. Ray's the boyfriend. But shout out, because I know he listens.
He'll be so happy.
He'll be so happy. He'll be like, I finally made it. He really wants us to bring him on the podcast, and I keep telling him. Right? Say it again.
So it's not happening, right?
Told you. He's like, I'm very important. I'm like, no. No one knows who
not
you are yet.
Maybe one day.
Maybe one day.
No, I'm just kidding. Yeah.
He's a great guy. Anyways, but he is also going to plan on competing at Naga. And so actually last night when we were on our way to the concert in Boulder, his sister was in the back seat and we were talking about jiu-jitsu and everything. And she's like questioning us about it. And she's like, Ray, aren't you like scared of getting hurt? And he's like, yeah. And he looked at me and he's like, you're going to have to realize, like, I'm going to be a head case. I'm like, I've already mentally prepared for this. Like, I know, because he's very competitive. Yeah. I'm like, I know that if you lose, he's like, well, not even necessarily losing, it's good as like anxiety. And he's like, yeah. And so what I like to tell people, this is going to be a good intro into what I want to talk about next, which is mindset. But someone told me, and I don't remember who it is. So if you're the person who told me and you're listening, thank you very much, because I still listen to it to this day. But
and comment.
What?
And comment if it was you.
Yeah, and comment. Leave us a comment, so I can correctly shout you out.
Yeah.
But they said the person that I'm stepping out on that mat with is likely just as nervous or more than me.
Yeah.
And that, I was like, no, they're not. And then I'm like, yeah, they are. We're all scared.
And we're all human.
We're all human. And the biggest part, which I was telling Ray last night, I was like, I didn't realize that to be true until I went out there. I don't remember when or where it was. It was one of my matches. I went out there and you like shake their hand or like slap bump, you know?
Yeah.
And I could feel the girl shaking.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, they were so right. This girl's terrified and I'm also terrified.
Yeah.
Amazing.
It's crazy. You don't think that you look at, because you go to some of these competitions and you just like observe sometimes and you're like, holy crap, I'm in a room with a million killers who are so badass.
Yeah.
And like you forget that you're part of that too, but that they're probably all just feeling the same way.
Yeah.
And there's a handful of people who don't get the nerves and the anxiety and just have that kind of confidence, and that's great for them.
But they still
But the
have
majority of people are just as nervous.
Yeah.
And are just like normal people.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, you're going out there and yes, there's a timer. Yes, there's medals on the table.
Mhm.
Yes, there's points that are actually being scored against you, potentially, depending on the rule set you're in. But you're just going out there for another role.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how you have to look at it.
It is. My biggest thing wasn't and isn't necessarily nerves. It is feeling embarrassed by like how I look when I'm rolling, or if like I do something stupid or I lose in like a ridiculous way that something I should not have got caught in. That was like my biggest thing, especially with my last one. I was like, I don't care if I win or lose. Like, I just want to feel proud of myself for going out there.
Right.
I want to like test myself, and I didn't feel super stupid in what I lost to. I did the second time because it was like the same thing twice. But that's like my biggest thing with competing is like I don't really care if I win or lose. It's cool. It'd be cool to get my hand raised, but I don't want to feel dumb. And that is like the biggest thing that holds me back a lot. When I have to tell myself like everybody's looked dumb at some point, and I am still new, so it's gonna happen.
And the big thing to remember is you're the only one that is going to think that. And that's a big thing that I struggled with, was people are going to care about how I lost or whatever the case.
Mm-hmm.
No one remembers.
Yeah.
Like, and I have to tell myself that I'm like, I'm not that important.
No.
No one gives a shit what I do. So like that's a big thing is just going out there and like the last comp that I did in September, I felt terrible about that match. But I look back at it, I'm like, you know what? It doesn't matter. I went out on a big stage. My big takeaways from that was the last time I did a super fight on a stage like that, my walkout, you could tell I was about to shit my pants.
Yeah.
But in September, I walked out there with confidence, like circled the mat, like went and fist bumped her. Mm-hmm. And then my shoulder dislocated, literally from me collar tying. It was so stupid, but my body hates me. And I went to the ground, and then she was just like on top of me, like a freaking flying squirrel. And I was like, oh, this sucks. But my big takeaway from that was I walked out there with confidence, and then back control. Like if someone gets on my back, or like if someone used to get on my back, I would immediately panic. Like that was a big thing. Yeah. Where in classes I was having people start on my back because I'm like, I need to get better at controlling my emotion from here, and not just be like, oh shit, they're on my back, just give up. Mm-hmm. And I ended up one-handed working out of that back control, and then got caught in an armbar on my way out. But besides the point, there was good things from the match.
Yeah, and as like spectator on that one, the only thing that like I took away from that was I know you well enough, so I knew that your shoulder was out like right away. We all did, our little family at least. And I was sitting there like, holy shit, she just went however many minutes it ended up being,
like 4.5,
a couple solid minutes defending off this legit flying squirrel with one freaking arm, and I know she's in excruciating pain right now. Like, that is sick.
She, Paige, if you're listening to this, she's an awesome competitor, and I would love to compete against her again, eventually, once I, like, get my shit figured out. And actually, I mentioned her in one of our last podcasts, because she's the one who put that story up that I mentioned about only having, like, an hour in a gym to figure it out. Yeah. But she posts some good content, so I am shouting you out, Paige, if you're listening, because I have stolen some ideas from your Instagram stories.
Good content.
Good content, good ideas. So, but yeah, she started setting up that triangle from the back too. Yeah. And that leg kept coming and chopping on my shoulder, and every time I was just like, ouch, ouch, please stop, please stop. But yeah, I was very, I mean, you saw me. Yeah. You saw me days after. I was very upset and depressed. Yeah. But mostly just because of my situation at hand. But yeah, it's mindset is huge in jiu-jitsu.
I think another kind of tying into that, another mindset a lot of people have and why they don't compete is because they're scared of being injured.
Yeah.
And while you did get injured in that one and have gotten injured before, I did get injured in my last one as well. It's not going to happen every time, and I feel like it's not. Don't use that as an excuse not to compete.
Right.
The reason it happened for me was because I was in a place I shouldn't have been in.
Yeah.
And so my competitor, the second I yelled tap, I mean, she stood up and she grabbed me. Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? Like, they are not out there. There's a handful of them. There are not out there to, like, try to hurt you.
Yeah.
Like, actually crank on something and break your shit. Like,
I think everyone's out there just to test themselves and get better.
And so, I mean, she was super respectful. She was amazing. I didn't get to catch her afterwards, but I respected that so much. Like, as soon as she didn't wait for the ref to come, and to each their own on that. I know people have views on whether they wait or not. But the second she let go, she was like, arms around me, like, oh my God, are you okay? And then I was like, yeah, I'm good. And so I feel like that's not like, don't let that be an excuse not to compete, because it's not always going to happen. And you can get just as hurt walking on the street. You can get just as hurt going to a regular class. Like, just don't let that be your excuses why.
Yeah. No, and my shoulder happened 4 years ago, and it was a flying armbar that I did not expect because I didn't think was legal.
Mm-hmm.
And I honestly, I had no business competing at that point. Like, I had a couple of months under my belt, but not enough that I should have been out there. And it's just caused me issues since then. So yeah, don't let the fear of getting injured like prevent you from trying it. Obviously it's always a risk. We all sign the waiver, right?
Yep.
But you also got to be smart too. Like, don't fight out of things that you're clearly not going to get out of.
Or that's going to hurt you to get out just to get the win, or just to get out of it.
Right. Like, there's no shame in tapping. Obviously in comp you want to like wait a little bit longer, but like tap early, tap often.
Yeah. You got to think too, on every single mat that there's a competition going on, one of those people is losing.
Yes.
So it doesn't matter.
There's a winner,
constantly somebody always losing. And then yes, there is other people losing, but it's not, or winning, but it's not going to be your only chance. Like, don't let it scare you off from, if you have competed and you lost, like, competing again. That was something that I know Natalie was like, you're going to compete again? Like, I don't want you to be scared because you got hurt or because you lost. And I was like, no, I didn't care about losing. Getting hurt sucked. But mainly because I was like, because I can't freaking train right now. Like, I want to get back in here.
That's the biggest issue about getting hurt.
Get back to it. Like, you learn so much from competing, and I learned so many things from my 2 matches, and given they were only like a minute and a half each because you whooped my butt, but I learned a lot in that I was like, I want to get back to it. I want to, run some of this stuff. Let me tell you what, I've never been caught in that since then.
Really?
Never.
I love it.
But I've caught a few people in it since then. I'm like, I know how much that sucks.
You're like, this is karma.
Yeah,
not even karma for you.
Nope. But every time I think of her.
That is funny. Yeah. So moral of that story is, don't let risk of injury prevent you from competing. Okay, I just thought it wasn't recording. It's still recording. PTSD.
Yeah.
And also there's always a winner and there's always going to be a loser, and you're not going to win every single time.
No.
Unless you're Helena.
Yeah.
Lately. But she's a different breed.
Different breed of person.
But yeah, and I don't know. I think competing's really good. I will obviously never be like, you have to compete.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm going to sit here and be like, you guys should really think about it. You should really think about doing it.
I mean, in my one competition, given I did one of the bigger competitions you can do as a normal person.
No. Really?
But I really did. I learned so much about myself in my prep. I had to dig into some deep holes at some times when I was cutting all that weight. I had never done that before. The day of, the day before at weigh-ins, the day of, especially as being in the beginner bracket, you're waiting all day because you're the very last ones to go. So I didn't compete until 9:30 p.m.
Yeah, it was like 9:30.
And
So
we got there at like noon. Yeah. So it's a lot of adrenaline up and down all day, watching other people go. But I cannot even begin to tell you how much I took away from that and how much I learned and now do on the regular because of what I learned from a competition and not being like scared of competing because there's nothing actually really scary about it.
No,
like, it's no different than going against somebody else in your gym.
Yeah. It's scary, but I think it's more so anxiety.
Yeah.
Which that's something that I struggled with for a really long time, was being so anxious before matches. I mean, you took a video of me in Atlanta, like shaking my arms.
Yeah.
And I put it to that song, Anxiety.
Yeah.
But it's really good because it's a lot of mind control, too.
It is.
And at the end of the day, which I don't remember who said this, but it was on, I don't even remember what event I was just watching, but the girl was like, you go out there and you're super anxious, but as soon as you slap bump and like you actually start and like get hands on people, it all goes away.
It all goes away.
All you're thinking about is like fighting,
surviving.
Yeah.
Sometimes surviving. Sometimes you're winning, but yeah, it's like as soon as I remember, I didn't get an adrenaline rush. It was the weirdest thing ever.
You didn't?
I did not. And I was just like, I kind of got in my head a second because I was like, what's going on? Usually I'm like shaking right now and I can like, you feel it, in your body. But I was so calm. But I had mentally prepared so much that I was just like, it's fine.
Yeah.
And I, like, you can't let the fear, like, control you in the competition, and like the fear of competing control you. Like being comfortable, nobody's ever been successful from staying comfortable, like ever. So you have to put yourself out there. You have to do something that scares you, and just go for it.
Yeah.
Like I don't know who said it, but it's like some quote that's like, you can be scared, but like do it anyways, or do it scared, or something like that. And it's like I love that because that's just part of jiu-jitsu, I feel like. It's just fucking do it scared.
For sure. Like, I like that.
What's the worst that's going to happen?
You lose.
Well, I'm still here.
Yeah. Right? I've lost. I'm still here.
It's not that serious.
Yeah. No, there's a lot that goes into competing. It's the dieting, it's the making weight, it's the actual competing.
Mm-hmm.
And then my big thing on competing is like, obviously you're excited, right?
Yeah.
And you want to post your highlight reels, which go ahead and do that. But don't be a dick about it.
Yep.
Like, be humble about it. My biggest pet peeve is watching people, like, get in other people's faces after they win.
Yeah.
Just, like, don't be that person.
Mm-hmm.
I shouldn't call them. It was on UFC. It was an MMA fight.
Mm-hmm.
But the girl just, very disrespectful. Just don't be disrespectful.
Yeah.
You know what
I know what you're talking about.
Like, don't be disrespectful to your opponent, because your opponent showed up for you to compete.
Yeah.
So
your opponent is just as important as you are.
Yes.
Because without them, you're not competing.
Right. Well, and so this is going to be another episode at some point, but different, like, rule sets and associations. Yeah. But, like, one of my friends, so also don't be this person, one of my friends trained for a comp, and she drove, I believe it was 5 hours one way.
Oh.
Girl was there and said, oh, I'm injured, I'm not going to compete, but stayed in the bracket. So my friend drove all the way down there, saw the girl walking around, and the girl basically was just like, well, I want my participation trophy and my points.
Yeah.
I just saw that. Yes.
The other day.
And that's bullshit.
Like, that is not fair to you, or your, like, raise your standards for yourself a little bit, honestly.
Yeah.
Because it's not fair to you, and it's not fair at all to your competitor. Like, it's already small enough for us. It's already small enough.
Yeah.
don't make it even harder.
Right. And if something happens, like that's cool, but pull out of your bracket so
Yeah.
that your competitor isn't, especially when you know people are traveling.
Mm-hmm.
She drove 5 hours one way to get there and automatically podium, and then she went in the open class. So she still got matches, but she didn't get matches in her division.
Right.
So.
And that's a whole different mind game that she then had to like go through.
Right.
You know, it's not what she just spent however many weeks preparing herself for.
Right.
And you can't prepare for everything, I get that, but that's avoidable.
Yeah. And to show up at the venue.
Like, what's the point?
What's
the point? That's that's just like straight disrespectful in my opinion.
Yeah. So
don't be that person. Don't be a dick.
Yeah.
Just if something comes up, just pull.
Right.
Life happens, but like don't make it worse.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah. No, and even like if something happens and you still want to go out there and try, like with mine, something happened, but I still went out there and tried. Like, but to show up and just collect.
Yeah.
That's bullshit. Sorry.
And cool, not sorry. You have a cheap little trophy that means nothing. And everybody knows it was for nothing.
Right.
Like, I technically have a medal from my match, a silver medal, but it was I'm not proud of that. I mean, it's cool that I have it. It's cool keepsake in my opinion.
Yeah.
But I got a silver medal because I was one of 2 people in my bracket, and she got the gold medal. Like, I'm not gonna walk around flaunting my silver medal and be like, oh, I'm a silver medal. No, I didn't win that. I didn't win anything. Yeah. Like, that means nothing.
Right. But you still showed up and you tried.
Yeah.
So, like, you showed up and you earned it because you did
technically
compete.
Yes. I will take that. Like, I still competed,
right?
But I didn't win a silver medal because I was the best.
Right.
I was the second best. I won a silver medal by default because there was nobody else in my bracket other than me and her.
Because more women need to compete in jiu-jitsu. Yeah. Please and thank you.
And if this is something I've been seeing actually a lot on my Instagram lately, and so I'll make it short and sweet, but like a lot of women in the bigger weights and that median to higher weight brackets don't want to compete because the women's weight classes are so stupid where it just like cuts off at a certain weight and then it's everything and above. And with a woman's body, like our weight fluctuates and is variation of weight in like such little increments that it's so stupid. It's not the same as a guy where it's like, okay, 180 and above. You guys are all, for the most part, the same.
Right.
It's so, there's a lot of women who are like, don't want to compete in the higher weight brackets because they're nervous that they're going to go against someone who's 40 pounds heavier than them.
Yeah.
Which I completely understand because that's kind of where I am at, but I'm at enough of a area where I can cut down into the lower ones, whereas for them it's a little bit harder because once you're kind of higher up in that point, it's not as easy to cut weight super fast.
Yeah.
So, 1, there needs to be more variation in the weight brackets, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And 2, don't let that be an excuse either.
Yeah.
Just go out there and do your thing.
Well, like Rachel said on episode 4, like, take the matches that you can get.
Yeah.
Which I completely agree with. Especially as, like, a lower level belt. Like, take the matches that you can get. Once you get into those higher belts, like, yeah, be a little bit more picky-choosy. Or, like, if you're getting older, obviously be, like, not jumping into the absolute brackets every chance you get.
Yeah.
But compete often and just send it. Sign up. Just sign up. See what happens. Yeah. You might love it. You might hate it. If you hate it, don't ever do it again.
Yeah.
Or if you hate it, maybe something went wrong that day, give it one more chance.
Yeah.
So, do you have anything else? We're almost
probably
right now.
Getting close. I think mainly another thing which I think Rachel also said, Rachel Malik, I'm pretty sure it was her, that she had said when we talked about her comp prep was find your mantra. Like, what is your reason for competing? What is your, I don't know, just find, like, think to yourself, like, why am I doing this? What do I want to get out of it? What am I looking for? What is my reasoning? What is my why? And stick with that. Tell yourself that no matter what, because the mind games with jiu-jitsu in general, but also competing, can be very up and down. So when you have at least one thing that's a constant and it's coming from yourself, I think that is really important to help you to get through and push through those harder points and lows.
Yeah, for sure.
I think that's pretty much it.
I have one more thing that I meant to say way back when.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're getting ready for a competition, don't try to like learn everything leading into it.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll end on like a piece of advice. Don't try to learn a bunch of new stuff like going into a comp. Like find something that you're really good at. So I had this conversation with Ray last night. I was like, you like that head and arm triangle? So over the next couple of weeks, let's spam that head and arm triangle from anywhere. Like figure out how we're gonna get to that.
Yep.
And so that when you're anywhere, you can start working your way to the position that you need to hit that submission. Like don't try to be like head and arm triangle, this and that, like 15 different subs. Like yes, that's great, but when you're a newer person, spam something that you feel like you're getting to and you're good at.
Yeah.
And try to find it from every position. And then same thing with takedowns, because obviously all matches start on the feet.
Mm-hmm.
Some you can pull guard, some you can't. But like I told him, like find one takedown that you feel like you're decent at, which he's new.
Mm-hmm.
But find one that you like and just spam it. Like, oh, the lights just fell. But just spam that and go for it and tell your training partners like, hey, I'm trying to figure out this takedown. Just like a little bit of resistance and then amp it up as you're getting better with it. Just rep.
Yeah.
And then worst case scenario, you pull guard. Like
a failed takedown always ends in the ability to pull guard.
Right.
Which is my favorite.
Right.
I think too, going off of that, don't feel guilty for using your training session for what you need it for. I think that's so important in jiu-jitsu in general, again, but with comp prep is a lot of times I'll feel guilty for wanting to, especially once we go to like live rolling, being like, hey, can I do this takedown really quick? Hey, can I try this? In mid-roll, hey, can I try this? And you don't need to do it all the time where you are affecting somebody else's training 24/7. But you can be a little selfish when it comes to your training, especially if you are one of the only ones in your gym competing.
Well, and tell them, too.
Be straightforward. Tell them, hey, I'm competing. And if somebody says no, okay, ask the next person.
Right.
I doubt anybody's really going to say no. I guess depending on the gym you go to. But use that time for yourself, too. Like, remember that, yes, it's their training, but it's also your training. So,
yeah. When you're getting ready to compete, you have to be a little bit selfish.
Yeah. So. And hopefully most of your instructors are, I know at our gym, they're very supportive of that and are, you know, like, hey, so-and-so is competing soon. If you guys want to ramp it up with them, ask them what they need, you know, work what they're trying to work. Yep. They're amazing about it at our gym. But be vocal, communicate with your training partners, with your instructors and teachers, coaches, whatever you want to call them.
Professors.
And use it for yourself.
Cool. I think that's pretty much it, right?
Yeah.
We'll end on why do you guys like bloody faces?
Yeah.
So like I said at the beginning, we started posting things every week, and on Saturdays it's like a mat lesson, so like a piece of advice.
Mm-hmm.
So this Saturday I posted about mouth guards. Get yourself a goddamn mouth guard, please. Like, don't. Yeah, I'm looking at you.
I'm horrible.
I clench my teeth. That's the main reason I have one. But everyone should have a mouth guard. If you hate it, whatever. Just protect your teeth.
At least for comps.
At least for competitions. But I posted a video of me with I took a knee to the face and cut my nose open. And it's got like 12.5 thousand views on it right now. So thank you for paying attention.
Yeah.
I'm going to punch Tori in the face this week and we'll put it on our Instagram.
Yeah, just don't tell anyone.
On that note, we're going to remind you guys to always roll rogue.